Hello and welcome to this video series. We're checking out submissions to the Dungeoncrawler Gamejam of 2023. This time we will have a look at Swordemonium by CrimsongCat. Before we jump into the game, we will have a look at the brief description here. This is the story of a human who, after being exiled, succumbed to the deep voices within the darkness. Note, this is a game made in a week for the Dungeoncrawler Jam 2023, so it may need some polishing. The interaction system, it's a bit clunky. Sometimes you'll have to click more than once to make it work. Okay, interact, okay, inventory, okay. And you can see that there is already an updated version. But as I am a judge for the jam and I need to judge the initial version which was sent in for the jam, I will play the jam version with the issues. So if you are checking out the game, you can already play a fixed version, and I saw in the comments that the developer at least is claiming that all the bugs have been fixed there, and he also adjusted the balancing a bit. But we will now have a look at the version, how it was sent in when the time frame you see above of the jam ended. So let's have a look. Alright, Swordemonium by CrimsongCat. There are also credits with a very detailed sources. Alright, VCR SD mono. Alright, okay, back. Boop. And let's start a new game. This is the story of a human. Interesting noise. Who, after being exiled, succumbed to the deep voices within the darkness. Yeah, we can walk forward. We can also turn around. Oh, okay. So S is 180-degree turn. It's not a step back. There's some glitching. The tile size is very big. Left click. Bloom. You found a menacing sword. With some kind of funny sound effect for picking up the sword. It's a bit... There's a bit of a mismatch. Okay. Yeah, I think the texture is not properly applied to that thing. That looks scrambled. You face against a dormant mannequin. I guess this is our hit points, and this is stamina or something. Confuse the enemy with trickery. It is useless. Stay still. Okay. Attack. Staggers. Stay still. Yeah. Stares at you. Yeah, this seems to be our endurance. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, kid. Yes, here, right in your hand. We're in danger. Don't you know? Where are we? Oh, so you don't know. Look, kid, we need to get out of here, or some bad things will happen to us. Understand? This is a cursed place, infested with evil, but if you do as I say, I can get us to escape. In a flash. But be careful, in case you haven't noticed, I need energy to defeat those abominations. So try to catch your breath from time to time. Neither of us want you to die. Now, get going. I think that the sound and the aesthetic is in reference to some PlayStation 1 or 2 games. I am not familiar with that too much, but I think games like, I don't know, the first Resident Evil or something, they might have this weird mix of first the graphics with the dithering that looks a little bit like this style, and on top of that having these very console-like funny sound effects. Bing, bing, bling. So I think that's an intentional mix. But yeah. So let's continue for now until I find some place where... Oh, nice animation. Red drink. Can we kill them? No. Actually, I'm going to need more power to defeat all those wicked creatures. So, the more you face, the easier will be to find our way out. There are quite a few typos, but in general, I like the like at this point the like story heaviness, that there's constant conversation going on. I also like these, whatever you want to call that, the movements of this thing. Okay, distract. Enemy fail for your trickery. Attack. Staggers. Is focused again. Enemy attacks. Maybe it's taking a bit long, but on the other hand, you can also really see what is happening. I think it might get annoying quickly, but we'll need to see. A red drink. So we didn't get any info yet how to open the inventory, right? I mean, I pressed tab and now we are open. We got the inventory, but a sweet-smelling beverage feels cold to the touch. Plum. All right. What else do we have here? Level 1. Oh. Next, 2 or 4. Nice. Demon power. Escape from the dungeon. Nice. Inventory. Interact. Config is not really available. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. But where do I need to go now? Okay, maybe this is a nice, a good position to talk about the perspective and so on. So you have basically a perfect orientation here, I would say. You can always see what's left and right of you. You know where you can turn to, so that's great. You, regarding, I mean, the tile size is much bigger than with, like, what is common for crawlers. But I don't think that this is a problem for this game now. And the movement also, like, you can hold the button to move forward. It's relatively fast, and you cannot queue up commands. That's the only complaint there. But yeah, and my complaint is also that S is turning you 180 degrees. I know this is maybe from some games this is like the norm, but I personally absolutely don't like that. But generally, the movement feels good. If these changes were done, like queuing up the turning, that would be perfect. I can also show you again what I mean. Like, yeah, I always want to go a step back, and of course it's not working. So if I move forward and turn right, forward and turn right, forward and turn right, it's ignored because basically I need to, basically I need to go forward, then wait, then turn right. Turn left, forward, then turn right. But if I input the turn to the right too quickly, it's just cut off and ignored. Okay, what's that? This is closed. You, by the way, you can also not strafe to the left and right side. That's not really necessary unless there are like tons of secret walls you need to bump into, but I'm just saying. That seal. That door is the only obstacle to our freedom, but it is locked. So, until we find a way to open it, we must keep exploring and purging this place. I can't jump into the depths. Dum. Okay, this is the boss mannequin. Distract! The enemy ignored you. Stares at you. Oh noes! Yeah, I think we will die now. No! It takes more to survive this nightmare. Okay. Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate. There could have been like more of a warning or something. Okay, but let's just try again. Yeah. Walk forwards. I know that. Okay, let's take our friend the sword. You found a menacing sword. Now at that point, of course, it starts getting annoying with the combat and needing to wait until the enemy is finished with its long routine. Your power grows stronger. Yeah. Okay. Potion. Burp. A red drink. Yeah, we only have... No, we have 3 left. Yeah, I think that was mentioned in the text, right? That it might take a couple of times until something actually opens or reacts. Which, of course, is a bit annoying, but so far also not a big problem. That seal, that door is the only obstacle to our freedom, but it is locked, so until we find a way to open it, we must keep exploring and purging this place. Okay, this is death, right? And we should not go there yet. A lock. I mean, it is relatively clear which objects you are supposed to click on, so it would be a bit more tricky if you had objects in the world where you think that they should be interactable, but then nothing happens. Stares at you. I'm not quite sure about like distract, and we can just use defense, but it hurts. Okay, we have 3 out of 4. But let's use some potion now. Perhaps it won't be so easy to get out of here. Open your eyes wide. I can feel something lurking nearby. Yeah, I think we already heard like spiders or something. No, I think these things are... patrol. Attacks. Attacks. Your power grows stronger. No comment from our sword. I'm not sure if we got more attack. Yeah, I think it's more attack. It hurts. Okay. Time to drink another potion. So the potion is healing 3 at least. This is getting big. Blue gem key. Yeah, I'm just quite confused now where we are. So we dropped down, right? So we can't go back to the start anyways. Okay, but this is the start basically. And we can open multiple doors. Okay, so now we are back at the beginning. We have been here already. Yeah, but I'm... Okay. A lot of doors. Okay. This one is still closed. Okay. This one is... Dum. Grotesque thing. Staggers. Thinking. Enemy attacks. Okay, now we have got a problem. Because essentially we need to drink a potion every turn. What do we do with defend? I don't see the point of defending. Protect yourself and catch your breath. Maybe we can attack now. I don't quite see how this is supposed to work. Yeah, I don't think we can kill it. I mean, we need one turn to... So I don't see the point of defending. Unless the enemies are like charging anything, which apparently they don't. So... Sometimes it is not attacking, but we don't see that beforehand, so there's not much we can do about that. Attack. And I also didn't see any use of distract. Naked, blah 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 blah. Okay. Yeah, stares at you, but... Okay. Boop. Chest. Thank you. Closed. Dominant mannequin. Stares at you. Alright, now we need to drink. Stairs. Okay. We're at 2. I mean, it's... If we are lucky, we only get hit once. If not, we are dead, so we need to use it now. Okay, nice. But I mean, of course, that's down to luck. We're stronger. I think the sword wants to say something and then it doesn't. So this was where we were coming from. We killed the thing. Let's get the chest. Mm-hmm. Dum 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 dum. Okay. Huh. This was the strong one. But was it also doing 2 damage in a turn? Yeah, these are closed. And now we need to face the same enemy again, which we had before. Just that this time we don't even have a potion left, basically, because... essentially, I would need to drink that potion now. Yeah. Defend. Protect yourself and catch your breath. Distract. Fell for your trickery. But what does that mean now? Fooling around. But this is down to luck, so... Is focused again. I don't quite see how that's... how we should have known that. Okay. So I already clicked on that? Ah, yeah, and I want to get the chest. It's empty! Huh. Okay, so maybe this whole thing was optional? We came from this direction. Then we went to the thing. And... yeah, this is just the way back. Ah no, okay, there's 2 ways. It is a painting of a chimera. It has a label on the bottom of the frame. It reads, "Such an amazing creature, the chimera. Fierce like a lion, graceful like a bird, and devious like a snake. A deadly hybrid with a fire breath." Well, that's very helpful. There is no secret passage apparently. Unless we have to like double click on a wall or something. Oh. Ha ha ha. So we have to use them in the right order, I guess. Let me note something down. It reads. Yeah. Lion. Birds. And snake. And fire breath, maybe. Okay. Let's see if we can use that. Lion. Bird. Snake. Treasure. Cursed remains. Yeah, same thing, I guess. Let's defend first. Stares at you. Distract. Pay for your trickery. Attack. Pulling around. Attack. Focused again. Okay, also only does 1 damage. A new key. Now the issue is that with 2 lions. Now we don't have a snake. What? Was that teleporting me away? Guess so. Okay, anyways, we got a new key. The thing is that we don't have any heal potions anyways. Okay, not bad at all, kids. We are unstoppable, you know. When we get out of this place, I know a place where we can go to. Yeah, we need to kill 2 more. Yeah, we should probably just kill that one. First remains. I don't know if distract is something which is reliable. But it also doesn't seem to help much. You only get 1 turn basically. Maybe, I think previously with the other one we got 2 turns. Sometimes it doesn't do anything at all. So there needs to be some more like clarification. And we can't heal. The Forgotten. We have to distract. It's useless. Not sure what it's doing. Power grows stronger. Maybe that make like Now we are at max level basically. Maybe this has some consequence for the ending or something like that. This is just way back. This is the ending thing. Huh. And we still had this other ramp here, which leads to nowhere. Yeah. Maybe if we go into this room again, we have new options. And then again, maybe not. We didn't, well, we got a key, right? We can now basically open everything. No, let's see. So, I mean, this one is not locked by a door. This is some other mechanism. This on the right side is nothing we can use. This is, I think, the start. Yes. Let's go to this. Nice. There's still a locked door with a chest. We were here already. This is the trap thing. Definitely, there went some thought into the level design. And yet another potion. Yeah, I mean, I can of course just face the final enemy, but Now we do know that there's one locked chest and one gate. But I don't see any further way we could go to. Maybe it is possible to jump into something over here, but I somehow doubt that. Oh, that's probably not intended. And here we had two ramps. This one. And this one leading to absolutely nowhere. And now I fell through the world. Okay. Yeah, but I'm not going to do that all again. So this is definitely a very nice entry, and well, let me just restart the game, but I will not play through it again. I will just restart it so that I can talk about things. And here we are again, and I try to make it quick. I know that I will fail. So the perspective is pretty much perfect. The tile size is huge, but I don't think that this is an issue for the game. For the controls, I think it would be nice if the game was queuing up the rotation so that it's not cut off, and this would feel even better. It already feels fine because the tile size is huge and the speeds are nice. So and you can clearly see when the step is at an end. So it does feel good already, but I think with turning it would be even better. And the 180-degree turn, that might be down to taste, but personally I don't like that, and I would prefer to just have a step back. And maybe, I mean, yes, in a gem game it's a bit complicated with options and so on, but maybe just give the player the option what type of movements he wants to do. But as you're not like quickly navigating here, in this case I don't see a reason why I should have a 180-degree turn. For the graphics, I think the style is PlayStation 1, but I'm not too familiar with PlayStation 1. It's not really my taste, but I have to say that everything fits together perfectly. Also, there's a decent interface. Of course, some tooltips also in combat would have been nice. I mean, in this case, I don't think... Yeah, for example, I think for the potions there was nothing. Let me get the potion again. Was it here? Yeah, and of course the double-clicking bug. That would be something which should be fixed. Ah, no, there is actually... Yeah, there is a tooltip there. A sweet-smelling beverage feels cold to the touch. Yeah, there could be... You could maybe see there what it's doing. Like, it's healing all the hit points. I think it is. Just a little thing. So, yeah, so generally, I think the graphics, they're not my taste, but I think they are perfectly fine. The sound is also pretty good. Again, not my taste, that like this realistic ambient stuff is mixed together with some basically console beeps and bleeps. Not my personal like style, but I think it works, and you have sound effects for everything and they sound good. So I also think that the game is doing very well in that regard. Now, the only complaints besides of the bugs which apparently have been fixed, is the combat, which I think is also not terrible, but I think right now it's basically down to luck whether or not you will kill the enemy. And I think in the combat you don't have tooltips, so you also have no idea what these different actions are doing. And from what I can judge now is basically defending is always defending the attack. Attacking is always hitting, either with 1 damage or with 2 damage. And the distract option is basically completely luck-based. Or it's not completely luck-based, it's enemy-based, but you can't know what it's doing. So in that regard, it is luck-based, because if you don't use that, you would die. But if you use that and maybe that doesn't go through or something, you also die. So there is a problem, but the issue is that if you knew what you were doing, then the combat was also without any challenge. So how to make the combat more interesting would then be the question. And I think there might be an option with resource management, like when are you supposed to drink the potion, for example. And you can look at a very easy example of a resource management game, basically at the previous Splore game, not in this gem. The Splore game in this gem, which is named Kordanor's Dungeon or something, which I'm not involved in, but this one does not have the good resource management I'm talking about. It's the game from the previous gem. This was very simple and very effective, just basically a management of when to drink potions, when to fight which enemy, because you knew beforehand and you could flee from the enemy, so you could try and do them as efficiently as possible, and this gives it additional layer without making the combat itself very complex. So that would be an idea for the combat. Otherwise, you would need to have like different attacks, cooldowns, multiple enemies at once, everything which would make the combat much more complex. So yeah, I think the weak point is a bit the combat. I also like the writing here. The amount of content was fine. And the duality theme, I wouldn't say that it was the strongest, but it's nice with the sword and the interactions there. So that was also cool. And overall, I think that's a very nice entry for the jam. Swordemonium by CrimsongCat. And if you want to check it out, you will find a link down in the video description. And you saw in the beginning, there's already a newer version available, which probably has the bugs fixed so that you don't fall through the wall or something anymore. And he was also mentioning, or she, that some balancing changes were done. So you will hopefully have a more smoother experience than I had, though that was already fine. So yeah, you can find a link down in the video description to the HIO page. And if you're interested in watching more videos from the jam, you can also find a playlist down in the video description with all the videos I did so far. And of course, you can also subscribe to the channel to not miss any of my new videos. And with that, thank you for watching. My rambling is over. Hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.